welcome back everyone to another video on Merry TCG. I hope you're having a great day, and today I bring you a bit more of a spicy tech. It's going to be this 7-cost Charlotte LinLin instead of the 6-cost Kuma. This Kuma, you know, is like 30-40 bucks in Europe, even more than in the US, and I actually don't think it's a great card at all. I much prefer this 7-cost LinLin. The reason being, on 6 Dawn, you're never really wanting to play Kuma anyway. You're always wanting to play this Nico Robin. And this deck is consistent enough between Lilith and Sanji that you should have it. If not, you can always play something like the 5-cost Nami. And we'll show the EB03 list later in this video, in the timestamp below. You can skip to it if you wish. But let's talk a little bit more about this LinLin. So what is this deck not like? This deck doesn't like going first. And what fixes that 7 Dawn turn? It's that Charlotte LinLin. And we have 3 games today of the OP14 format. And we have 3 games of the EB03 format later in the video. And if you want more gameplay, check out the video from 2 days ago. It's my POV locals video. Playing this exact same list. So it's a reasonably standard list, other than we're playing LinLin instead of Kuma. And when you play this LinLin, you would rather your opponent lose a life because you're playing an aggro deck, right? If they let you heal, great. If they trash, you spend 7 Dawn to essentially play this 8-cost kid, which is, you know, it's pretty powerful. You get to play the turn early if you are going first, and everything else pretty standard. The weird one, I guess, could be this S-Sneak. This S-Sneak is really good for board control. You can see what your trigger is. And, yeah, it's 8-cost kid, which this deck also hates. We're playing this Flaming Dragon King. This is kind of like a game of chicken. If people expect you to be playing it, they'll not swing into you. But now that people have stopped playing it, you should start playing it again. Since people started swinging at you when you have 2 Dawn up in the early game. But without further ado, let's get to the games. Alright, for our first game here, we have a deck that is supposedly very hard for us. It is ace, and we do lose the dice roll on going first. We have the 7-cost LinLin, which curves into this Bonnie. This is probably one of the games that you're going to see why LinLin is so good. We're going to keep, of course. Being able to play this LinLin on 7 just means we can start swinging at him. Where usually you want to be playing Robin on that turn and then swing for 6. That means you're taking your 5 Dawn turn and 3 Dawn turn not to swing, which just relieves so much pressure for the ace player. Ideally we have him at 2 life by the time we drop this LinLin, and then he'll let us heal 1. But we shall see. We don't have the Flame King in our hand, which is a shame. But here I could play Lilith, or I could hit him for 8. I would just hit him for 8. No real reason to play this Lilith. I want to put on some pressure because, again, we're playing this LinLin. This LinLin curve into the Bonnie is just way too good. We have Kiku and then swing for 6 next turn as well. Does use the Izo effect, which means he likely does not have a Marco in hand. Maybe he draws into one, but you want to keep that for the Joseph against this deck, of course. 6 lead. If we take it, we get puddinged. It's whatever, but in no way am I ever countering here, so we just take. And this is trigger, never punished. It's pretty good. And Marco here, of course. What we can do is if we swing 6 and he decides to block or something, we can play Lilith and swing for 8. But otherwise, it's just going to be developed like a Kiku. No real reason for him to block. But then again, he doesn't have a Dawn under his leader, so it would be value. But if we hit him for 8, he's happily going down to 5 cards in hand to defend it, so we'd rather just develop a body. And next turn's going to be the big LinLin turn. Let's see what he does. He can't really play Jozu, so he could be go 7-7 and then play second Marco, which we're going to take the 7-7 if it's that case. If it's the 6 first, we're going to 2k. The other one, it could be Yamato that comes down. If it's Yamato, he probably would have played it already. But if I take this and then he goes 7 with this, we are kind of in a bad spot since we have to go down to 3 life. So I will just counter this. It's just play Uta. This is pretty good for us. So we hit for 6, and we're just gonna go ahead and play down our Charlotte LinLin. Graph Blade is going to come down. Interesting choice. I didn't think aces were actually on Graph Blade, which another reason Kuma is a Graph Blade victim, not the turn he's played, but after that, he basically does nothing. Like, if we play Kuma this turn, sure, we can hit him for another 6, but I think that's just so irrelevant. And we're back to 6. And we didn't have to discard a card, which is pretty good, you know? The idea behind this LinLin, right? I think I said it earlier in the video. And it survived Graph Blade. I said it earlier in the video, is that it's basically acts as a 7 cost, like this 8 cost kid before 7 down. So if I get the heal, I get heal whatever. We're 6 life, we don't really need it. But if he trashes, we're just always up, right? 7 we're gonna take. No real reason to trigger this, so I'm just gonna no trigger. And this is gonna be a strong turn because we have the Bonnie, so we're just gonna go 8 and then 10. If he doesn't counter this out of hand, he's in a bad spot. Our opponent chose to Graph Blade rather than play 10 drop, which I'm not too sure if I actually agree with that. I think 10 drop taking life wasn't even like too bad, but it does play around this Bonnie a little bit worse. So let's see. Oh, okay, interesting decision. Now he's gonna lose the Uta as well. Next turn we can Lilith to search. You don't have to search with Lilith at turn 1 every single game. It's a very important part of this deck. Like now I get to search for what I want next turn because I don't play a 10 drop in this deck, right? Even though if I play out this Lilith, I don't get an extra Dawn on my leader that turn, but it is just whatever. 8 cost of Empline, you get take life. We're gonna do that. I think last turn was a bit better. If we're going to 0 anyway. Yeah, interesting. I think he's planning to just punch my LinLin here for 10. We can't let that go, so we're just 2k and 1k. We can put on a decent bit of pressure next turn. Let's search with the Lilith and see what happens. He doesn't have a life, so I tempted to just take the 1k counter since he played out another blocker. So we can go hit him for 10. But if I play this, it means I don't have 2 Dawn active for this. So it's actually just better to play Kiku and swing with my Dawns this turn. So I will take the S-Sneak. Only because he decides to take a life, right? So if we want to hold up 2 Dawn for this to kind of defend our board in case he does descend to swing out negate, plus we're on 5 life. We can start with the 10. I think the numbers are just going to be 10, 11, play Kiku Nojo, and then 2 Dawn up. Yep. No reason to swing another 10 now, so we're just going to go 8-8 instead. Because he didn't take the free block. Interesting. So I am just going to keep the Kiku and hold up a bunch of Dawn. Or, yeah, because or else if he swings this into this, we're just going to lose everything. We could hit him for another 8, but it doesn't really matter. He should always take the free block. But we got Dawn left over, so why not? Now, imagine this was like Kuma, right? It would be easier to kill. Last turn for a star, we couldn't defend it because it is 7k power rather than 8k power. And we only had 1 2k in our hand to defend this. And this next turn, if he swings the big 12 into it, it could affect 1k. And we will have 1 less card in hand. Yeah, it's a very much a forgotten card. I'm a big enjoyer of 7 cost LinLin. It's one of those cards that really remind me of Katakuri back in the day, which this whole deck just feels like a lot more of an aggressive Katakuri, so I really don't understand why people don't play this more often. This card is so good. If you haven't seen it, you know, not yesterday's video, the day before yesterday, POV video was exactly this list. And yeah, like LinLin does so much work. Like when you make your opponent choose whether you heal or you let them trash, like it just feels so bad. Ooh, Yamato's gonna come down into Izo. Is our opponent just bricked? Shouldn't be, right? Like we drew so much this game, but he didn't have anything to play on 6, so I'll be very interested to see what cards are actually in his hand. 7 lead, we'll take that. LinLin. We don't use effect because if he swings this out for whatever reason, we'll be in a bit of trouble. Here, I want to leave 2 Dawn open for our event since we're not really in rush of dying. There's 2 blockers, so our numbers could be 10, 10, and then go big. So let's start with a 10 and see what he does. He's probably going to block with the Marco to play around something like Blade Slice, which we don't play, of course. The worst thing he can do here is counter out of hand. So like I don't think you should counter out of hand here ever. Izo to cycle. Block with Marco, yeah, correct. And he's gonna hit for 10. And then we're gonna, if he blocks, we're gonna go 6 and then just go big. Again, keeping the 2 down up. We do have 2Ks in hand now, which is very nice. Only 1 2K, but it's 1 more than we got. Next turn, if he decides to go live, I will actually event the first swing while we still have 4 life. Makes this and Kiku a little bit more vulnerable, but I'm happy to ditch my entire hand for it anyway. Radical Beam. Okay. Yamato Jozu. So, okay. That means we're gonna hit for 8. We don't really care if he doesn't take the free block. We would just develop another body, probably Esnik, but now we're gonna hit him for 9. Otama, double Otama, and pass. He's got 2 swings realistically. Red Rock going to come down on the Bonnie, and then probably he's going to swing 10k at my LinLin, presumably, with his leader, or he can play out second Marco. But if he swings 10 here, I mean, you swing 10 lead, right? 6 to 6, we're going to 1k counter out of that one. 8. He's never swing with us, so we'll just use the event. Oh, that's some disgusting triggers. This is the bottom, so I mean, yeah, we put the 2 bricks to the bottom. I do want to draw this unblockable event at some point. And yeah, resolve. And let's see. He doesn't have anything that can draw him extra cards. So let's start with an 8. I don't hate just playing like the LinLin for body. Like, of course, here is where, like, Kuma would, in theory, be a lot better than this LinLin. Or I could swing back and play Kiku. I'm more inclined to play the Kiku. But the LinLin is bigger by quite a bit. Just depends. If he gives us the Uta blocker. Ooh, okay. Let's go another 8. He has to counter this from hand. And then we can go 6. And if he countered this and countered a 6, we're just going to play the LinLin. If he blocks a 6, we're going to swing with this, with the rest of our Don. He is slowly running out of cards in hand. We have our unblockable event here, so as soon as we draw that, it should just be game. Oh, okay. Then we're just going to go all in with this. 13! Should be dead. Brick. 1k. I mean, he has the 10 drops. Oh, 1k. Whoa. That's a rough hand. GG's. And yeah, like, the tempo this card generated was insane, right? Alright. Game 2 against Blue Purple Luffy. We're playing against all the 6k leaders today. And this matchup is in theory pretty easy. And he chooses to go first. Our hand is not great. We don't really have a Kiku or a Bonnie, but we do have a Lilith. So I will actually keep this hand. Since we have LinLin for 8 and we do have a kid. This LinLin is a lot better when you win the dice roll against UP. But it does die to Mihawk going second a lot more often. Nothing on 1, the typical UP play. Since we have nothing to do, we're just gonna Lilith and search. And we find a Bonnie here. No Kiku. There's no reason to take this, since we're not going to be doing anything anyway. Next turn, I just want to hit him if we don't draw a Kiku. And I could, like, bring out Bonnie, right? This Bonnie is very good in this specific matchup, so I just take this. The event we're never going to use, since we don't have a extra Don. Did he keep? I think he kept. No, he mulliganed. Yeah, 6 lead. I feel like this leader should not be swinging into us. Probably best to starve, but 6 lead I'll take. Trigger. Now we can go 6 and then 8. When you play EP, you should never swing against this deck. Robin for next turn. On our 6th down turn, we could play Robin the Burn Alive. So we could go 6k, 8k, which I am a fan of. That means on 6th down. That means on 6th down we're not really playing anything if we hit him really hard. So I think we can swing. Or I could develop this Robin, right? Plays a lot into Thunder Bagua if we do swing this turn, so we can't kill the Zorojoro. So I actually like this. I actually like not hitting and just playing Robin here, even though we have the body. How we lose this is if we get triple ramped, right? If this was a 4-drop, I probably would have swung. But yeah, it's a little awkward not having Kiku here. The blocker's not even terrible, because I can defend this kid down the line. But it just means we're not swinging against him for a very long time, unless we want to play LinLin that turn. 5 lead we're going to take. No trigger. Then we have to take the 6. We can let's 2k the 6. Just to see if tempo here. 5 Dawn. This means no triple ramp. It could be Cake Event plus Thunder Bagua, or if I trigger out like it could be double Cake. Also works. If I trigger out like Kiku here, Kiku 1 Cake and just and ramp for 2. So I will 2k this. Please don't be double Cake. Means we're not punished for Bagua next turn, so we can swing first. And it's Nami. Okay, singular ramp. So next one we're gonna swing with the Luffy into here. If he doesn't block, it means we can keep the Jinbei active. A lot of bricks in our hands. And then we can kid into Bonnie, and it's pretty strong. This deck has a very weak 8 on turn now because of the lack of 8 cost category. Like the best thing you can play on 8 is what's it called? Like Naked Roger, which is of course right, like not ideal. Like expectedly, I think he's gonna swing with blocker. Oh, really? He's gonna defend the Zoro. Okay. Don't really have an answer to that one. So we're gonna just Robin. It means he goes to 9. Danger trigger. It means he go to 9 Dawn, which you can play Mihawk to bottom deck the Robin. But if he Mihawks, we can play LinLin and swing 6. Getting rid of 1 Red Rock it's pretty good. Like the win condition for this into the Luffy deck is specifically like Sanji before this comes on, like Sanji into Mihawk to clear like what would be Kuma or the Charlotte LinLin, and then like because you develop the Nami, you can just constantly Red Rock. Go to ramp again. No high end is very good for us. It's probably gonna kill the Jinbei and bring out like a second Nami. Five into the Jinbei, we're gonna 1k. Like if I 1k this, it means he has to swing with the leader, and then we can block the leader swing, and then hit Nami. Alternatively, we could let him kill this and then take a hit. Yeah, I mean this Robin is pretty weak against this deck, right? So let's counter 1k. Our hand kind of just wants time to play everything out. So I would rather counter the 5k to Jinbei and save myself the life. And now we're gonna stop swinging at the Zoro because there's just no reason to. Yeah, 6 in the Jinbei. We are going to block just to make him rest the Nami. Yeah, Robin's like whatever, because it just dies to Usohachi. The turn is going for game anyway, so I'd rather use the rest of Nami. Yeah, we'll just let this go. Like even if I had counter, it's probably better to let it go. And it's gonna be Sanji with no Dawn up. No Dawn up is interesting indeed. Our option is we could play LinLin and heal, or I can play Kid. I like Kid a lot more. The leader's just gonna go ahead and swing here. He should take the free block. But swing 6 in the Nami doesn't really accomplish much for us. Oh, he didn't block. Oh, that's good. And then we just kid Trash of Life. Thunder, so he does play Thunder Bagua. Yeah, and pass. Kid effect. There's the Kiku. I'd rather keep the Kiku and cycle the Charlotte LinLin. Because we're probably never going to get the heal right. He'll probably keep these 2 blockers up. Next turn he might swing with 1. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Because it's just always play Bonnie next turn, right? 6 here will counter in case it gets any bigger. And just for him to tap down a blocker or something. Finds a giant. Top of deck. So either a lot of counter or it's going to be a Sanji. We are actually reasonably tanky because of the double events. But we'll see. 6 will give the 1k. Just so you can tap down the blocker and we don't have to waste any more life. 6 here. Just swing 6 with the Nami, right? Because this can get popped if I drop Nami. But we probably won't get the punish. We'll let this have to let this die. But worst case scenario for us is like 9 cost Luffy coming in, rushing into the kid because we just don't have the. We just didn't really have the 2Ks this game. Like even if we let the Sanji didn't defend this, it still dies the 9 drop Luffy, which is just another reason to do so. Sanji into another Nami this turn would hurt me a lot. It's probably the thing I don't want to see. Sanji into anything else is kind of fine for me. But yeah, we did see him at the giant, so it is very unlikely that it would be something like the 9 drop. What the heck? Yeah, okay. You got it. Damn. So let's just play Bonnie and then just go, right? We're gonna go 6 first and then 10. We just want to get cards and cards out of hand here. I think we could keep the 1 down up for this, but it really doesn't matter. And this will just clear the giant from the hand, and hopefully we can just go unblockable next turn or of sorts. Depends if we see him at a giant. If he hits life here, please hit life. Reveal draw Sanji and top deck. Top of deck again. Not being able to defend the kid, it's whatever, right? It delays the 9+9. But the game going on longer is a lot better for UP Luffy than it is for us. That's for sure. Ooh, Luffy. That's an interesting decision. Yeah, interesting decision there. Very jolly. Like, if you're gonna do that, at least put it on. And did we not have Sanji? We'll take the 6 trigger. It's pretty good. If we're gonna take Sanji, like, I would rather Sanji into anything than play this by itself. It means we don't have a giant live. Yeah, no, we don't get leader effect next turn. Do we possibly not have a target for Sanji? then you just bottom, they can go blind, right? Like, this is pretty bad. And then one thing, like, you might even die to unblockable here. Like, I'm gonna go 6. If you don't block, I'm just gonna go event all in. And then 6. If you don't block, I can go all in and just basically guarantee lethal. Yeah, so 6. You can have 8k worth of counter, which is exactly enough. But I mean, I doubt it. You still have a Sanji in hand, unless it was like you should still have a 9-drop Sanji in hand. Just discard gear second. Yep. That should be game. Yeah, oh, just missed the Roger off Giant. Do we have Roger from Giant? So what? We put on top. We could have Sanji'd into Roger, right? We take one, we draw one, we Giant. Yeah, we could have Sanji'd into Roger. No, we couldn't, because it was this drew one. So just off. Yeah, that's why I'm not a fan of the Sanji blocker. That's why I played the 5-cost chopper. But yeah, let's go to game 3. Last game of the day. What is this? Honestly, I have no idea. I feel like this is a very weird one, actually. We gotta lock in. My intuition is telling me to go second. I think this deck has a lot of 5 costs and 7 costs. And you need the extra Dawn. So yeah, let's go second. And that's a pretty good hand. That's a pretty good hand. We don't have a 4-drop, but it's fine. Because he's not going to swing at us next turn anyway. And we can just search. I feel like this, like, Bonnie should be broken against that deck. And Robin. Holy, let's go. And then like a 3 Dawn, you search and then you can play it like a Megalo. Ooh. I know you're here for the analytical gameplay, but probably not much for me this game. I have no idea. I know like the EB03 support is really strong for this deck. Look at top 4 review. Oh, okay. So we have no 4-drop here. So we can just punch 5 and then, unless something triggers out, we just hit again. Okay, yeah, maybe this was a mistake. Keeping this hand. No trigger. Yeah, I thought we were gonna be able to use this. What is it? What is this? Set one of your Dawn cards active. Oh, okay. So this is what we call playing bad in the business and not knowing what my opponent's card does. So yeah, actually it's Shirahoshi wants to go first. That's ooh, that's a rough one. Getting rid of this card is very good. He's gonna swing twice at me, and we're just gonna let both hits go through, I think. Effect, play this. What is this? To draw a card for each of your trash. Okay, this card's okay. I mean, for 1 Dawn, that's pretty good, right? Spotting that Punion bird, and the bird and the scaled is the new ones. 7 lead take, of course. Trigger a Jinbei. Why not? Six to 6. 7 could be for Hody Jones, right? Like, yeah, it could be for Hody. I want to save this 6, so I will 1k this, because I think this swing is reasonably important. Oh, this has rush. Oh, reading. What am I doing? 6, we can go 6 and then play LinLin, or we could have 3 Dawn up. Block counter, we swing with Jinbei, or else we just don't, right? We play LinLin. Like, as far as I know, this deck has no real way to heal life outside of Kuma. We saw him search like the 1-cost event, which is, I think it's just a +4, a Rad Beam for the deck. Spotted. This card is called Spotted Neptunian, right? It's a different name on Madara. Interesting, yeah. I mean, the LinLin here was really good. Next time we can LinLin again, which, I mean, I'm a fan. 7 tick. Okay, this is maybe like a little bit too many big mums. Oh wow, that's a big swing. Wait, what rested this? Is it this one? Yeah. Plus 4K. I mean, we could 0-cost event. Yeah, I think we should. Okay, I think keeping this alive is quite important here. 6 lead tick. Trigger. Now we could spend a turn removing this, because he doesn't have the 2-cost Shirahoshi on field. I even have a Nami. That's fantastic news. We can hit it for 9. Yeah, let's hit it for 9K first. Chong Mage. And then we can hit it what? Doesn't feel great. I'd rather just hit it for like 7/7. Yeah, I'd rather just hit it for 7/7. And then use the Nami to pop it just to get more cards. Interesting he's not played this. If I go 7/7, it means I'm not playing Nami. Just want to leave Dawn up for this, right? I'll hit it for 6. Okay, I think we're just going lead now. We can go 5 if he takes the free block. That means we can hit it, right? Yeah, we can hit this for 6, which is nice. And then we can Nami to pop this. Oh! Okay. He's out of 1Ks. I think at this point in the game, we just want to play for hand advantage. I don't think we need this Bonnie. We'll probably draw another one. That's a very good draw. Like, that being on the field is pretty problematic for me. It's just, like, it's the Cavendish, right? Like, 5-cost Cavendish for the deck. 7 the Jinbei, we can let that die. I don't need you! Get out! This one, we're kind of forced to save it. Oof, bottom of life. That's top. Bottom of life, thank you. And yeah, finish sorting life. Then we'll 2K. And he's gonna swing 8 or 9, we can 2K again. And then next turn we can try to clear the... Oh, next turn we cannot try to clear the board. That's a pretty big board. Yeah, that's the problematic card for us. We saw him have like a lack counter, so I don't really want to invest more Dawn. Yeah. Go 5. This is huge. Oh, trigger draw 1. I thought that drew 2. And then we can go 6. 6 he should counter. Now we can go 8 and then play another LinLin. Our hand is like a lot more healthier than if these were Kumas. It's just gonna let me heal again. Yeah. We're currently 6 life because last life is a 0-cost event. So we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. Hody Jones. Leader effect, play nothing. Chono Mage. 8. Now we have to let this die. But it's fine. We're learning this game. We're learning what this deck does. Into Nami. Yeah, you can have the Nami. Be my guest. Pass turn. We have nothing, so we are absolutely going to try to kill this turn. Let's hit this for 10. Use event. We can go all in onto it and then like maybe force the block, because at most you can have 1+4, right? Yeah, +4. So if we just all in this, it's just going to die, right? Like if we split, it's going to be 9 and this is going to live, but it's exactly enough if we just hit everything into it. Just gonna let it die. 5 lead. Do you want an extra card? He does not. And we pass. Now I'm regretting this card, the LinLin. Like in scenarios like this, like a LinLin here is just so broken. Yeah, scoops it up. And yeah. Oh, we stacked the life the wrong way. I don't play a lot of Sim, so I don't actually know. That's interesting. Good thing it didn't matter. Alright, let's show some EB03 stuff. And we're back. This is going to be our EB03 list. The new additions being this new 5-cost Nami, which rips a life, and this 7-cost Robin, which is a guaranteed heal, which you don't have to discard a card for, which is another reason why I do think that this Charlotte LinLin is actually way better than the Bartholomew Kuma, because now you do have a guaranteed heal and you have a semi-guaranteed heal, which usually when you play this against your opponent will let you heal, which, you know, it feels great to heal for free, right? But it feels even nicer when they trash the life. Some difference in this list and the usual list you'll see running around, we're still going to be on this Nico Robin, just so we can get the more consistent life rip on our 5 on turn with Nami, or our 7 or 6 on turn with this Robin. I still think you need to be able to guarantee life ripping that turn on 6 to kind of close out the game sooner with the 7-cost LinLin list. So we're going to be on 2 copies of that. Still on this Nami, as it's just a great trigger, and yeah, it's a popper. It helps you control against some of the aggro matchups. Sometimes playing this out on 5 is just better than this Nami. You know, it could be something against Boa, something against these like aggro red aggressive decks, just to control the game a little bit. Still 2K. I know people are cutting this, but you know, another guaranteed life rip alongside this Bonnie. I just wanted 6 copies of a guaranteed life rip late game, and people are playing the S Snake. This new S Snake. I've seen lists running around playing this. I'm not a fan of this card, the same reason I'm not a fan of Kuma, although I do like this card a lot better than Kuma, just because you can kind of control the card that you heal and the trigger. But yeah, without further ado, let's get to the EB3 games. Alright, game 1 for the Eastern EB3 format. We have a pretty favorable matchup because we are on the LinLin build and it is EB3. We're actually going to choose to go first, and that's a pretty promising hand, if I do say so. This Robin is just so good. Let's keep. Nothing on 1, so we just pass. We have 5 drop into 7 drop, and usually that's just enough to end the game. Plays Granny Nion. It means the only thing it means is that we're not going to swing into him this turn, which is fine, because we have this Nami to guarantee the Gorgon sisters not trigger, so we're not going to swing. Now we have a guaranteed heal on 7. I know a lot of people do drop the Kuma. Like, I think that this LinLin is just so phenomenal in this deck that it just doesn't matter, no matter what. Like, I think LinLin is a card that you should be playing. Being able to 8-cost kid on 7 Dawn is just insanely good. We do hit a trigger. Better lucky than good. I'm a fan of this Nami as well. Big fan. Give it this. Opponent takes 1 life. And we can go with 6. Yeah, big fan of the Pop Nami, just to kind of control the board a little bit. I know this is a card that people have been cutting for EB03 as well, but I think this card is just way too good. The new S-Sneak to me is a bit of a bait. Yeah, like the card is bait. What can I say? 3 swings coming at us this turn. A little scary, but we should be fine. This Nami, importantly, can actually play this Nami or itself, which is pretty good. The other thing is, I would like more cards to kind of flip my life. I know I cut the 4-cost S-Sneak. The reason being, like, being able to see your life is just a lot better with this Nico Robin. But we did cut it because it does conflict with this Nami. If the life is flipped, you can kill this Nami, and this Nami doesn't actually get its effect. Let's see. 6 Dawn, our opponent should in fact play out like something like Kuma. If you rest the board, we'll punch everything into the Shakyaku, and then maybe Nami pop this potentially. I'm not going to take every hit. I'll probably counter the first 5 and take the next 2. Bring ourselves down to 3, or we could block 1 depending on our triggers. If we hit a trigger on the first one, we'll block the second one. But 5 lead, let's 1k this. I think I'm only going to do 2 games of the EB03 format, so it is Kuma that's going to come down. So let's take, yeah, let's use this, take top life, and we can put we can put Kiku, or we can put Nami. If we put the Nami, like, we get 1 less body. If we put the, doesn't matter what we put, right? If he's gonna play his own 5-cost Nami, I'd rather play the Kiku for an extra body, because we can easily clear these next turn. Yeah. And that means we're gonna block the 7. I don't really want to go down super low here. Block this. Another brick. Uh-oh. We're getting a lot of bricks. Let's hit into Ran, because we're just going to play Robin this turn. Yeah, so the reason we like trigger this is literally just so he doesn't play Kuma, which I think is a pretty big deal. Ooh, trashing Robin's not great. And we pass. Hard cast Gorgon Sisters. Oof, you hate to see it. Double 9-drop plus Granny. Showing us a reasonably amount of info here. 2 bricks in hand. It's not nothing. Like, if we hit 6 and it goes through, like, he could most likely just be dead, right? But it is 2 7s coming at us and 2 6s. We'll counter 2 6s, take the 2 7s. Or it could be multiple 7s. It is going to be multiple 7s. 7 7 8. 7 will take the 7. No trigger, never trigger. And then 7. We have to counter the 7 in case this is an 8. Seven again. You take. Ooh, body. That's a body. Let's get rid of the Kiku Dojo. We'll take this Bonnie. Oh, we can't. Wait. Oh, I can't search Bonnie. Oh no. If only that was Lilith. Lyrics. 1k brick. So like, I'm gonna start with a 6 lead. Just kind of test the waters, see what he has. He should have the event. 1 cost event here. If he double 1k event, I think he dies as well, right? We can go Sanji, Kid, and Luffy. Like that, the one card he gets has to exactly be a 2k. This game should not be this close. I don't know how it's so close, but 1k, 1k. Uh-oh. Brick. So 5. If he doesn't have 1 cost event, he should die, right? If it's 1k, we can go 5. And then Kid. And then he's dead. The only way he lives? Oh. I mean, okay. Two ways that he lives. And he took back, what did he take back? Grandma Nyan, which is a 1k. I mean, it's Grandma Nyan double event. We could go 7 here, 6 in the here. Nami pop something, but then we're dead. So I think we have to go for it. Oh, we just drew away for ours to theoretically not die next turn. But it should just be Kid that comes down to trash the life. If he gets the 2k, we lose. No, we don't, actually. I'm talking shit. This is the EK. And yeah, GG's. Alright, second game is another yellow mirror. And this is interesting. It's not something I expect to play against. And we will take second. Well, it's going to be 7-mum against 7-mum. Our hand is not the greatest, but we have double searcher. None of the hands that we want to search are searchable, so we will mulligan this. And that is a lot better. Much better. In this matchup, your life total kind of matters a lot. If he plays like 7-mum on 7, we're going to trash your life. For sure. In the yellow mirrors, you should always trash life and never let them heal. Especially a deck that can control its triggers like this. No searchers, but it's fine. Our hand's pretty strong. Decent curve. We drop a 9-drop Bonnie. If we end up drawing one, we should just win. I know people are saying that this deck is playable. I do quite like this leader, so I'm quite interested. People say it's playable. He shouldn't swing at me because of the 2-cost event, but never punished, I guess. Take. Yeah. No trigger. 1 done. What could that 1 done be? Watch him hit a trigger and not me. It's gonna be another learning game, just like that Shirahoshi game. I have no idea what this deck is playing these days. Take. No trigger. Kiku. Interesting, he took... Maybe he doesn't play 5-cost Nami. Not this one, the other one. This one. The pop one. 6 lead. I would counter... Oh, we do have a 2k. Yeah, it's 2k. We can go 6, Nami 7. Yeah, like this Nami. If he plays this Nami, he should probably like counter it to see if he can get a draw off of the Nami ability. I mean, if this card is the only card that leader actually got, it would not be good, right? So, very curious. Maybe it has some like interesting triggers or something. And it's probably worth noting that this is the Eastern ladder. So I think EB04 is legal here. This Brule. Yeah. Look, top life. Move to bottom. Oh, please don't be 0 cost. Going quite aggressive here. dares to give me 2 cards. If he triggers a body and rests it, I'm not actually fussed. Because he's going to swing next. Oh, Borsa. Yeah, he is playing the EB4 stuff. Ooh. Makes our job slightly harder. I don't quite know all the EB4 cards yet either. I know this is really good. I know the... What's it called? The 10-drop Luffy is really good. Don't know about you if you play 10-drop in this deck. But... Robin, because we're probably never playing Robin. Nami, I just want to keep healthy. Because I'm expecting LinLin. But no, it's going to be this Kuma. Oof, he's playing all the new cards. We're at a slight disadvantage because of that, but it should be fine. It's LinLin after all. What monstrosity could it do? Sentomaru, if you have 2 or less lives, draw 1 card. That is a really, really good card. That card is insane. We could play Kid, or we could Nami him again. I like the Nami more if he takes the 6. That means we can... Well, we can't Nami him if he takes the 6. But I think we just need a big body, right? Because he has a 7k. Yeah, I keep forgetting that this is actually a conditional. Conditional life take is just not 5 cost burn 1. Oh, Zeus. Okay. Yeah, let's play Kid. I kind of want to keep this. Oh, I misclicked. Oh, I was organizing my hand. I was going to say I kind of want to keep this. But this card is just so good in this matchup. No. Trolling. We have no 2Ks. No. No. Another brick. So we can counter the 7. Take the 6 counter to 7. It's so gross. Another Kuma. Another 7. Take it. And then put it back. Resolves. Trigger. We can maybe kill him next turn, actually. I'm thinking we can probably kill him. Because he did just stack that. Unfortunately, he does know what the bottom card is. So if it's a beige or something, we're in a bit of a conundrum. The biggest drawback of this leader, I feel like, is that you can't put to the bottom. Wow. That is some trigger, man. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna go 5. I don't think we can kill him anymore. Wow. That is strong. That is strong. Whew. I think we just gotta keep the Dawn up and defend for a turn, honestly. No trigger. Okay. Kid effect. Now the main question is, right, he's gonna mom. When he swings, which one do I put at the bottom? If it's a 0 cost, it's always put the 0 cost at the bottom, right? But, or he could be at the top. If we can guarantee survive, right? No mom. And he plays into this. Perfect. Oh. Well, that makes my job a lot easier. On what to do. Discard this Nami. Use trigger. Discard. Pop. Please swing with leader first. Swing with leader first. Swing with leader first. Swing with leader first. No. No. 9. We can go to 10. I mean, we have to counter this, right? He's gonna swing 7 at like this or something. If we don't counter this and this is a brick, we die. Even though we 3, 4 bricks, 5 bricks out of our deck, I think we have 6 bricks. We have to counter it, unfortunately. At least we live, but he is gonna Borsa heal probably, like 5 here, play Borsa. Well, that combo was insane actually. Completely wasn't. This is my first time playing against EB04 cards. Oh, I request our help. And he scoops. Well, GG's. And well, that's the end of the video. And thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, as usual, please leave it in the comment section below. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.